Our project is really about academics and teachers working together to introduce linguistics into language teaching. So linguistics is the scientific study of language. So instead of kind of just learning to speak a language, linguistics is about kind of thinking critically about language and how language is used and how things like politeness, impoliteness are kind of encoded in language and how language relates to identity and things like that. This is really important because there's been a kind of long-term decline of people wanting to study languages in the UK, and it's really a problem. So fewer and fewer students are selecting a language at GCSE, and this obviously, and beyond, this has impacts for even things like teacher training. There's not enough people to be language teachers. And so we really need to try to get more people interested in languages.
This is a project that Michelle and I started in 2017. So we both had experience of teaching and lecturing linguistics at university level. And we were looking at the possibility of introducing linguistics earlier in students' educational pathway, meaning secondary schools. And we wanted to do that because we felt that linguistics had been largely overlooked as a motivational and pedagogical tool. In particular, we felt that there was, and there still is, a sharp contrast in the way in which modern languages are taught in secondary school with respect to other academic subjects. Specifically with languages, there tends to be a bit of a focus on the acquisition of practical skills. So you learn how to read, how to write, how to speak, sometimes at the expenses of more critical or culturally engaged content. So that's where we really want to come in and make a meaningful contribution, because we feel that linguistics can tackle that. Beyond numbers, there are several other challenges that motivated the project. Employers, for example, report a huge need and demand for graduates in modern languages, and they need graduates who have specialist language skills for specific professional tasks, and that's where we think linguistics can make a meaningful contribution.
In 2018, there was a mini course developed that involved 4 standalone sessions, standalone classes around different strands of linguistics. And this was aimed at A-level students of French, German, and Spanish. And this was then distributed to teachers. So in this first stage, we had over 300 A-level students participating. We got feedback from them, which was largely positive. And from the feedback, then we developed the second mini project. The main difference with the second part was that we developed new lessons, but these were embedded in the syllabus. So we looked at what the teachers were actually teaching in schools, and then we developed these materials to fit with that existing syllabus.
The students that took part and the teachers that took part in our project reported that they enjoyed learning about linguistics, so it was very appealing. Some of the students went on to do their independent research projects on topics related to linguistics, which is really great. So that's another kind of immediate impact and kind of, I guess, proof that there was interest. And in fact, one thing that was really great was that Oxford University Press actually purchased the materials that we produced. So they're now hosted on the Caboodle online repository, and you can also download them free from our website as well.
Broadening the curriculum at that moment in time because we're talking about A-level students mostly, where they're making their university choices, it had an impact. So from the surveys that we did, we saw that about half the students were considering carrying on with languages, higher at university level.
Yeah, we're really excited about the future of our project. So we've got a new co-creation phase in which we're going to create new materials. Again, it's a collaboration between academics and experienced secondary schools. So we're going to create new materials for French, Spanish, and German, where again, we're going to embed topics in linguistics within the existing syllabus. But this time we're working with younger learners following feedback we received from our first 2 interventions.
So winning the award for inclusive education, lifelong learning and CPD is just fantastic. It's absolutely brilliant. We're so happy to have won. It's great to get this recognition for a project that's been going now for about 7 years. We're all doing it because we're hugely passionate about languages and linguistics, and we really want to make a difference. We're hoping also that winning the award might help us to recruit more people for the next phase of our study, which is going to be with younger children who are just starting at secondary school. So we've got a new project that's sort of working with people of that age. So if any schools are watching this and are interested in participating, please get in touch.